That looks good.
Good morning.
Good morning. So we are on day 4 of our trip here in Burgas in Bulgaria. It's our first time in Eastern Europe, and Burgas is a small, well, it's actually not that small, like a coastal town. I think it's more of a vacation spot. So we spent the first day relaxing, the last 2 days just hanging out at the beach. We don't know a ton about this city, but we're headed to the city center right now.
Or we're about to get a tour so we can learn a little bit more. And I think later we plan to go to a pink, what is it, a salt lake?
Yeah, it's like these natural salt lakes that they have. So we're gonna go check that out. Then maybe go do some dinner. So yeah, we're just gonna show you the city and share with you whatever it is that we find out. Okay, so we're back. So I hope you guys enjoyed the shots of Burgas. We're walking through the Sea Garden right now, just heading back to our apartment before we head to the salt lakes. But we just finished the walking tour. It was really cool, and so we want to share a couple things that we remember from the tour.
Yeah, so we learned that St. Nicholas is the patron saint of the sailors. And we also learned that the Black Sea was actually a lake before. But over 1,000 years ago, when the glaciers melted, the water levels rose, and that's what created the Black Sea.
The Black Sea, and there were 2 reasons why they called it the Black Sea. It was like,
yeah, so they said that the waves can be quite turbulent and that it killed a lot of people, and also when the water levels rose and the salt water mixed in with the fresh water in their lakes, it killed a lot of the fresh water marine life.
Yeah. And a couple things I remember in regards to the sea, the one of the main fish here is carp. So on the 6th of December, they have a festival here where they traditionally eat carp. And that's interesting because obviously that carp was a freshwater fish. So that's from a long, long time ago. And then the other thing I remember was Burgas was founded like in the year 681, I think it was. So it's a really, really old city. But because of all of the influence from the Turkish and the Russians and the Greeks, there was a lot of wars over the years. So really all that's left is architecture from the mid-1800s and on. And much of the city, much of what we've seen is actually really recent, from like the 80s and 90s. So that was kind of fascinating. And then one other thing that I found interesting, especially because our tour guide was younger, she was talking about the communist influence in Burgas. And after World War II, the country remained communist until recent years. But she was saying that overall the ideology and the philosophy of the people was really detrimental to the city. And one of the reasons being that people just, when they pushed everything off to the state, like there was no personal ownership, and so things weren't taken care of, and the Bulgarians look at that period as a really dark part of their history. So I found that fascinating. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed that little bit of information, and we're heading off to the Salt Lakes.
See you soon.
We're here at the salt flats, or I'm not sure what they're called, salt lakes. Sophie will be the first to go in. How does it feel? I don't know if you can hear her. She said it's warm. What does it feel like? She says you expect to sink, but then you just float. There's mud pools over there that you get in after you get out of the salt water. Sophie's gonna float. I'm gonna go put the camera away. And then just across the restaurant there is the ocean, and that's where you go and rinse off when you're done soaking. Pretty cool. So we just got out of the salt lakes. What did you think?
I thought it was really cool. I mean, right away you float, of course, and it was actually kind of hard. I felt like it was kind of hard on the abs if you wanted to try to sit up because the water just
your
wants
ears
to pull
out of
you.
it. Yeah,
the water just wants to pull you back. But it was really pretty. It was like a milky pink. It stung a little bit because I had shaved.
Yeah.
Recently.
Yeah, I got a little bit in my eye, and it was like burning. I was surprised. I mean, it's not like ocean water. It's so much saltier than that.
Yeah, so we got a ton of like just salt in our ears. And
yeah, you can drag your hands along the bottom. And there's just big crystals, almost like Himalayan rock salt type of thing. But yeah, it felt like really buoyant. It was like almost if you rolled over onto your stomach, it was like pushing your face down. It was amazing. So that was really cool. We didn't do the mud part after. It just didn't look too appealing.
No. And it was like the area here, there's not really a good area to rinse off.
Yeah,
so
trying to rinse in the ocean, which is what they said to do, was like not so good. It was really windy, really strong, and then really rocky. But yeah, I definitely would recommend trying out the salt lakes. That was a super cool experience. So we're heading back now to what's it called, the park? I forget the name of it.
I forgot, yeah.
So we're heading back there at the moment and gonna get ready for dinner tonight. All right, see you guys later. Good evening.
Oh, hello.
So we made it
taking a picture.
We made it to the restaurant. That was a little exciting. We ran a little bit late, and so we had to hop on a Lime scooter.
Very fancy.
The right way to travel. But yeah, we made it. So we're here at the port of Burgas and enjoying some seafood, or at least it's on the way. And it is our 9th anniversary today, so happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
So what do we have here?
Caprese salad and some potatoes with dill. And I can't remember the name of the soup, but it's a traditional, like a cold soup. Tell me about your soup.
Yeah, so when we were doing our tour today, Petya told me about a traditional summer soup that they eat here. It's called tapatop. So we were able to order it here, and it's kind of like a tzatziki, I would say. It has yogurt, lots of dill. It's heavily watered down, lots of big chunks of cucumber. It's served cold. But it's really good. It's like a kind of a watered down tzatziki, which I really like. It's got some oil in the top to kind of feel it on your lips, but Really good. So we have the main dish of the night, but we also have the potatoes with dill. They were really good. And then this is a grilled sea bass. So let's see what we got here. Not as good as that guy in Finland. All right, let's see. Well, as you can see, I'm not used to eating fish like this. I'm getting bones everywhere. Really good though. It's not like super fishy. Tender white meat. Grilled sea bass. Alright, so I'm starting to figure this thing out. So I peeled back the skin, and then you can get right into that white meat, and it comes right off the bone. But I think I'll come back for that skin because it's real crispy and tasty. Doing our final cleanup in our apartment. Burgas has been cool. It's about 6 a.m. and now we are heading to Budapest.